What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. D&O commentary. We have Jack Blazer 1484 versus Warlord Hammer. That would have been really nasty if he would have been able to resolve one of those. Obviously, he hit double Mind Crush. He couldn't just chain him. Doesn't know what his opponent has, but it's a good thing for him. His opponent didn't search anything before activating that back row. He could have gotten wrecked. Looks like he's playing Qliphort. Okay, looks like he's gonna Pendulum. And then I guess activate the cat's ability. He'll probably want to tribute for the cat. Maybe tribute Helix. Okay, that's what it looks like he's going to do. Tribute tribute carrier for Helix. That way you get to bounce it. Alright, it's bounced. And just attack for 2400. Warlord Hammer knows the deal. Alright, so he plays a sacrifice. This could have been a much better hand had he had a what's it called? If he would have had a Qliphort Scout. And his opponent knew exactly what he wanted to do. Looks like he's gonna pot duality. He's got Sombre, and is that Pollux? Probably gonna take the Sombre. Yeah, he's gonna take the Sombre. Right now, Jack Blazer can't make a move unless he draws a Qliphort monster. Well, ideally you want Scout here. But unless he draws a Qliphort monster, you can't really make a play. So I think Warlord Hammer should just leave his field open, as bad as that sounds, and just hopefully try and eat the 24, and then maybe try and make a counter play. If he can play through the back row card, he's golden, basically. Like, if he can make a Castel or a Ragnar Zero. Actually, he's the one that needs the Mystical Space Typhoon right about now. Alright, looks like he's gonna flip over Recreate. I assume he's going to use that on the effect. Oh, looks like he has the Mystical Space Typhoon. Guess it won't really matter now, will it? Looks like Mystical Space Typhoon is biting Jack in the butt. Here's the question, guys. Do you go for the Castel play, the safe play, or do you go for the Ragnar Zero, which is obviously the home run? The Castel play would, well, no, you can't Ragnar Zero. I totally forgot. It's level 6. You might have to do something different altogether. I think you may have to go Castel on defense then, right? I totally forgot that you can't Ragnar Zero it. I guess that'd be a horrible play. It is currently level 6 and it is unaffected by rank 4 monsters. So Castel would get rid of the sacrifice. I probably would summon Castel in defense mode though. Alright, so he is gonna spin the sacrifice. He'll have to eat 400 if he doesn't. Oh, never mind, scratch that. Looks like he had that Regeki. Okay, so he got rid of sacrifice. 2 birds, 1 stone. And I would say the game state's pretty much even now. Warlord Hammer has the monster, but any monster and he could probably pendulum summon unless he drew like a 1. I think he needs a 9 scale, right? Yeah, he definitely needs a 9 scale. Doesn't want a 1 scale. Ooh, and looks like he got, which one is that again? Okay, well, doesn't even matter because it's a good game. That's the one it was. So Constellars are actually a thing, getting it in versus Qliphort. I'm actually starting to see a resurgence against Qliphort, or a resurgence of Qliphort on Dueling Network, which is strange because now that Cross Souls is pretty much out, you've got the Ghost Rabbit Snow Ogre thing, or is it Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit? Whatever one it is. You know, it's interesting because that deck is really good against Qliphort Scout. So what you may see players just do is counter by playing Climate Change like in the main deck, which is a searchable card anyway. So alright, we got a Rhoda. I think 1 Climate Change and 1 Recreate could definitely work. I think that is a very good ratio. Alright, so he's gonna open up with Rhoda. Now so much of this deck is well, you know what? Constellars are kind of all over the place. You know, some of them are like Beast. You got Beast Warrior and Warrior. So he opens up with Pollux. Alright, that's what the one is. Kaos. So that's the dude that can make the guys level 5. He could bring out Constellar Pallades. And the thing about that is Pallades is really good against like extra deck, you know, focus decks, but it's not super great against Constellars. It really isn't. Now I personally would run Soul Charge in this deck because like this is a good opening. Hopefully you can get rid of some back row cards. You know, at the minimum, maybe you get rid of a monster like your opponent's normal summon, and then you could Soul Charge back. Maybe those 2 guys make another Pallades. I wouldn't even put it past Warlord Hammer to run artifacts. Alright, so Looks like he's gonna lose his Mystical Space Typhoon. And he lost, oh man, he lost his monster to Regeki. You know what the funny thing is? I think I may have actually, when my opponent activated the Night Beam, I would have thought about chaining. I would have really thought about chaining Pallades and bouncing the MST to my hand. What do you guys think of that play? Because Pallades isn't good against Qliphort anyway. Like, I think I would have just bounced I think I would have just bounced MST to my hand, and then it just would have, like, whiffed. I mean, I wouldn't have expected the Regeki. I just would have took it as a +1. I think if you can get a +1 against Qliphort, shit, just take it to the bank, right? Now he has to deal with some back row, and he could have had a free MS. He could have still had that MST. It would have been in his hand. So I think that may have been a misplay by Warlord Hammer. Looks like he's firing back with an MST, or excuse me, a Regeki. He has Pollux on board. I feel like he's just going to attack. I don't even feel like he's going to, oh, well, never mind. Looks like he's not going to do anything. He's not going to attack or summon another monster. That's met with Solemn Warning. Damn, now if you had that MST, you get rid of that last card. Oh, my goodness. The Summoners Art. What a rip. You'd still have that MST for Scout, I guess unless it got MST'd. But yeah, that may bite him in the butt. Scout only a $4 card right now. Okay. So he'll probably pay, and I would consider just getting, well, I don't know what's in his hand. I might even get, no, I don't think there's a need to get Climate Change here. See, I don't know if he has a monster. If he doesn't have a monster, just get a monster. If you have a monster, just get a sacrifice. Alright, so he gets out Helix. He's gonna play Monolith. Gets Disc. Okay. He's going for the draw one play with the big tribute. Then flips over Skill Drain. No, I guess he's not going for a tribute. I thought maybe he'd go for a tribute summon to draw cards, but I guess he seems more value in the MST. Now, I guess if he did still have that MST, he would have either had to use it on Scout or Skill Drain, but using it on Scout seems way better. I'd rather deal with Scout than Skill Drain any day. And, man, having already burnt Regeki, not really sure what two cards can get you out of here. Dark Hole and what's it called? Dark Hole definitely, and maybe an MST. So Warlord Hammer scoops it up, and yeah, he really probably should have bounced that Regeki to his hand with Pallades. Now, it's unfortunate his opponent instantly fired back with a Regeki. Thank you guys for watching as always.